the why, the how, and the what we do. First, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the True Solutions Call with TrūAura. My name is Phillip Yarbrough, and it's an honor to be able to kind of guide you through this, be your Virgil through the evening, and guide you through how we do what we do, but more importantly, why we do what we do. I want to tell you a little bit about the total industry as well. I like to call it the macro view, the big view, and then we'll get into the micro as well, of kind of how we fit into this wonderful industry called direct sales. First, I want to tell you how we started. We're only about a two-year-old company. And if that excites you, I'm glad you're here, because we're at the point of where we're at the infancy stage of our business. We're growing quickly. We just had one of our best months in June. We grew at over 10% in June, year over year. The month before, we grew at 20%. The month before that, 15%. So even in these times of pandemic, we are growing. That's exciting. There's not many companies out there that can say that. But 2 years ago, a wonderful man by the name of Rick Heath, who's been in the beauty and direct sales world for over 30 years. See, Rick had an opportunity to kind of step into an old company and re-envision it, retool it, create some new products, and put his vision around it. You see, Rick is a visionary. He's an innovator, and he saw an opportunity, and he also saw a window to be able to help a field that didn't have a home. And that's whenever he decided to start TrūAura. And what is TrūAura? It is a wonderful company that puts people first, that empowers others to do what they didn't think they could do on their own. It also has a wonderful product where pre and probiotics are at the center of it that create a healthy environment and flora for your skin to thrive. That's the simplicity of what we do. Yes, it's a new niche that we are focused in, and ultimately being a disruptor in a multi-billion-dollar industry. I'm going to talk about disruptors a little bit later on, and how they are the ones that are truly thriving and growing in this new economy, new gig economy that we are a part of. First, who are we as TrūAura, though? I want to start here in the middle. Put this picture in the middle because it truly is the center of who we are. And yes, I know that most companies will tell you we have integrity, we have ethics, we have honesty and respect. That's what we're built on. I got to tell you, though, it's really easy to have these things when times are good. When times are good, it's easy to be like, oh, we have all the ethics and respect and honesty in the world. But it's whenever times get tough that true character comes to the surface. And I would say, you know, our business hasn't been tough, but the circumstances and situations that we have been in over the last 3 or 4 months, I would say, are trying. They're trying on all of us. Some of you might be joining us tonight, and it's been trying for your family. And what you find in whether it's the family unit or a company, your character comes to the surface in trying times. Much like a goldsmith, whenever you heat up the gold, the impurities come to the surface in order to be scraped so that the gold can shine brighter. You might be here today going, I'm ready to scrape some of those and start the cooling process. I am too. I think everybody's had those impurities come up, but it's during the trying times that you get to see the character that comes out. And what I have noticed whenever I joined TrūAura 5 months ago, wow, it goes fast, that during this time, you get to see the character of a company and a character of the people that started it, that it's a family-owned business that doesn't have outside investors, that it's the heart of who we are and what we do. And it is the pillars of which we have built our business: integrity, ethics, honesty, and respect. On the left-hand side of the screen, you see a puzzle. And on that puzzle is the word community. I love the image here because every puzzle piece is important when you're putting together the picture. Have you been putting together a puzzle before? And I'm sure you have, because most people have. Putting together a puzzle before and you can't find a piece, right? And it's so frustrating. You can't almost go to bed. You have to be able to find that piece in order to finish what the picture is meant to be. Well, I got news for you today. We are gathering those pieces and putting the picture together. You are a part of that. You see, the pieces that we currently have only get us to so far. As we start to build the strategy for the future, you are a big part of that. On the right-hand side of the screen, it's a beautiful picture of somebody reaching down to pull someone up. And that is truly my heart for our business, my heart for this industry of the direct sales, because direct sales is not a place where we give a hand out. It's a place where we give a hand up. We identify skill sets and goals that you want to achieve, how you define success. And we equip and we give a hand out, a hand up, not just a hand out. And so this on the right-hand side truly is my heart of what we get to do on a daily basis. Everybody asks, why do you do what you do? Well, first and foremost, there's a quote by Martin Luther King that says, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just the first step, and then take it. I love being able to identify the staircases in people's lives and help them identify those first steps that they need to take towards the success that they want to have at the next level. That's what we're all about here at TrūAura. We want to be able to help you identify and bridge the gap, maybe from one area of your life to another. And we want to be able to help equip you and help you skill up in this time. Some of the people that do this extremely well, and I love this picture of Valerie, she is actually missing one in this picture. Why? Because just last week, she had her fourth. And she shared in a post recently that just really struck our heart, and we asked her permission to share here, but about her husband who lost his job. He lost his job. His job was a casualty to the COVID-19 pandemic that we are in. Some of you might be joining the call tonight in that same situation. But what was beautiful about it, even being at the time 6 to 9 months pregnant, that Valerie was able to bridge the gap for her family. She was so appreciative to be able to have the money saved as well as a plan for the short-term future to bridge that gap so that her family wouldn't have the stress on it that something like that can provide. So you might be looking at this of saying, I'm right where Valerie is, maybe not with the pregnancy, but maybe with somebody that has had a job casualty in COVID. You're at the right place at the right time. This is I love April. This picture of April. She shared about why she loves the flexibility of the job she gets to do. And in fact, April this month she sold $11,000 this month. And I'll share with you later exactly what kind of income she's making off of selling in that 10 to 11,000. You don't have to sell that much to be able to reach our top tier commission. But she's doing it on a regular basis and making good money. And so she loves the flexibility of just being able to plop down with her coffee, which we love our coffee here at TrūAura. We don't make coffee, but we love our coffee. And just in her pajama pants, her tank top, her hat, her phone, and just being able to do her business from her back office on her computer, on her phone, just wherever she is. There's flexibility in this industry, and especially here at TrūAura because of the technology that we have that supports you. Finally, this third testimony of Lynn. And Lynn, much like Valerie, her fiance as of third week of March, You see, she started into the COVID times with a lot of uncertainty in whenever it comes to a relationship. But all of a sudden, there was certainty in it, and she was excited, and she was excited to start planning. And then all of a sudden, COVID hits, and the planning came to a screeching halt. And then also Hector, her now fiance, is struggling because he was also his job was a casualty of the pandemic. But because of the savings that Lynn has been able to save, as well as what she's making on a monthly basis, she was able to continue the planning and also bridge the gap for them as a couple and really plan for the future. As we start to look at where TrūAura is right now, which I think is very important for you to understand where we are in our story. And I love this product adaptation curve, because really whenever you look at the product adaptation curve, it can actually translate into a business. I don't want to preach at you here or train you, but really whenever you look at this adaptation curve, you have 5 key measures. You have the innovators, you have the early adopters, you have early majority, you have late majority, and you have laggards. And this is really done on a product cycle of how fast people adopt a product. So we carry a wonderful product here at TrūAura, and if we look at our product adoption curve, really we're in the 8 to 9% right now. The early innovators are the ones that said, Rick, I'm with you. And those innovators, and they see the vision quickly, and they are the leaders that run into the future. Then the early adopters, they're the ones that show up with the shovels, and they show up to pour the foundation and build the bandwagon that we're building right now. And so we're really still not even to the halfway point of the early adoption. So if that excites you and you like being at the forefront and seeing hope to capture an opportunity, you're at the right place at the right time. And so over the next 15, 20 minutes or so, 15 minutes, I want to share with you just in this very clear model of why, how, what. Why we do what we do, how we do what we do, and then what do we do. And so the impact is correlated to the why, the flexibility to the how, and the disruption that we're having in the marketplace is the what. All right, so let's get started. So why? Why do we do what we do? First, if you're picking it to do this part-time, full-time, or big time, we are here for you. We want to have a soft landing place for you so that you can build a business that you are proud of. If you want to build a business that you're proud of, you have to connect to why you do what you do. And that is truly starts with the impact that you want to make in other people's lives, not with just the product, but the business model that you're doing. You also want to make sure that that ultimately leads to a meaning and a significance that you have on a daily basis, so that whenever you lay your head down at night, you feel fulfilled. Have you ever felt jealous of somebody that goes, oh my gosh, I love my job, I'm fulfilled at the end of the day, I bounce out of bed and I'm ready to go? That's what meaning and significance can do to you. Whenever you're making an impact in other people's lives, it leads to having meaning. When you have that meaning, it gives you purpose on a daily basis so that you do spring out of bed. You go to bed at night feeling like you've made an impact, which that's how it circles back around. So that's why I like to do what we do what I do. I've been in the direct sales world for a while now, and I truly love what we get to do every day, and that's impact lives, give meaning and purpose. So how do we do that? He goes, that sounds great. I'd love to have that kind of fulfillment at the end of the day. Well, first and foremost, we do it through a direct sales model. I know you probably have a preconceived notion of what the direct sales model is. Well, I want you to wipe that slate clean real quick. First and foremost, why? Because a company, no matter who they are, have to decide how are they going to market and sell their product. They have to pick one of 3 things. They do it either online, they do it in a traditional brick and mortar way, or they do it as a direct consumer model. through a independent contractors and independent salespeople or solution people. And that's the model that we have chosen. Why? Because it's the model that's growing right now. It's because every business out there is wanting to learn how to have a customized shopping experience for their end user, for their end consumer, to make them feel special. Maya Angelou had a wonderful quote that I live by, and it's, people will forget what you say, forget what you do, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. And a customized shopping experience is what truly makes a loyal shopper. What the traditional brick and mortar retail is doing right now is trying to figure out what we're doing. We're not trying to figure out what they're doing. And in fact, the direct sales world was the first gig economy. If you're not familiar with what gig economy is, go put it in your Googler after this. Check it out. It's one of the fastest growing industries out there because it is you work your business when and where you want to do it. The most popular gig economy jobs are like the Uber, Airbnb, Lyft, those type of companies that actually started in our last recession. So you say, where is the opportunity in a recession and in a time of struggle? It's right here. It's in the gig economy. Your business, your way. You see, the flexibility and control that you have in a gig economy is what truly people strive for. It gives you the time and energy to be able to do your business your way. So what do we do? Well, I get excited about the product because I've never had a skincare routine. I just hadn't, up until I met Rick and TrūAura, and I'd always been somewhat #blessed with good skin, and unfortunately I just didn't have that. But what I found was whenever I just started to develop a routine and understand the benefit and value that it had, it started feeling better. I had more a healthy moisture. I had elasticity back into the skin. It started clearer than I ever thought it could be. And so whenever we look at what TrūAura does, it clears the way for a healthy environment for your skin to thrive. How do we do that? First and foremost, we do it through preserving, supporting, and supplementing. Those are the three words I want you to walk away with whenever you think about our product. First, we preserve the health of your skin. Then we support it with pre and probiotics. Obviously, everybody's heard of pre and probiotics, but you usually think about it for what? Your gut. You think about it for your gut. But guess what? What's a bigger organ than your gut? Your skin. You want to have a healthy environment for your skin to thrive. And you have bacteria you have skin and an organ facing the outside world all day long. There's bacteria on your skin. You want to make sure that you're giving a healthy environment for your skin to grow and thrive, and for there to be a healthy skin flora there. And ultimately, and it might be a reason why some of you are here tonight, that you have seen the noticeable results over here on the left-hand side of the screen, the noticeable results on your skin. People don't come back with the loyalty that we see in the second, third, and fourth orders. Why? Why do they do that? Because they've seen the noticeable results. And some of you might be joining tonight because you have seen those same results. All right, so you might say, I'm in. All right, when do I start? How do I start? What do I do next? Well, first, preparation is key. I want you to understand who are some of the more successful people at what we do. I want to tell you about some of the archetypes that have been successful in this, and it might describe you on multiple levels. First and foremost, we have the entrepreneur who, that could be you, and you might not even know it. You might have that entrepreneurial spirit within you, but have never had the opportunity to let it grow. Let me tell you something. If you're a competitive person, if you always have these ideas, I've got news for you. You might have an entrepreneurial spirit that you've never let develop. if getting a bonus and these other things and however much time, your output, your time and output equal your value, then you might be an entrepreneur. Another person, we love being a lifeline for someone. We all have friends like this, or you might even be that way, and I'm sorry if you are, but the burned out professional. Somebody who's just sick and tired of doing the 9 to 5. They're sick and tired of it. They want to be able to have a lifeline to see hope and bridge a gap to something new. We want to be a soft landing place for you or anyone else that might be that. Third, the power mom. I love the power mom. Why? Because the more balls she's juggling in the air, the more efficient she becomes. We have a lot of power moms here at TrūAura. And what I love that I've heard from a lot of those power moms and people in this industry is that the direct sales world provides an opportunity to have adult conversations. It's so true though. The power mom a lot of the times is having kid conversations all day. And she needs a forced interaction with other adults, people that are like-minded, that care about their kids, but need that sisterhood that is around them. The fourth person is the second act, someone who's moved on to a time of a retirement, not based off of age. So it might be age, but then they might also be an empty nester, somebody that's moved on from the power mom. Somebody who said, I'm done with this job, and they might have quit the job without knowing what was next. Somebody who maybe is the entrepreneur and they had the idea, they've sold it, they've moved on, or maybe it didn't work out, but they found that they really enjoyed the entrepreneurial spirit that awoken within them. And that's the second act. Or it could be somebody that's moved into retirement and they're saying, hey, retirement's great and all, but I kind of need something to do with my hands, right? I want to add value. I have wisdom and value and skill sets that I've developed over a career. And I don't want to stop using them yet, but I want to use them in my time and to help develop my business. That's who the second act is. All right, so you might be saying, how do I get to do all this? And well, first and foremost, we have tools and training for you. We have a way that you can pave the way for you so you aren't having to come up with a capital cost to develop your own app, to have your own inventory. You don't have to buy inventory here. You don't have to provide hostess gifts. You don't have to do those type things. You're not spending your own money to develop a website, to have the back office, to have customer service, and all of those things. That is the tools that we provide as a corporate team and corporate structure. Oh, and before I get into how do you make money at this, I want to share with you just from 3 of my friends here. And I'm hoping that it comes through because, you know what, I might be able to. I forgot that I had to click these 2 things down here, and then now it'll come up. Sorry about that. I hope you don't mind. And then I'll play the slideshow from there. And we're right back to where we were. Hey, whenever I have to do this on my own, I usually have a friend that's helping me out. But I have 3 people, 3 testimonies that I want to share with you real quick, just through a video.
TrūAura is right for me is because it just gave me the choice to create the life that I choose and the flexibility to serve in my community and live the life that I love and not through somebody else.
I love with TrūAura that I can drop everything I'm doing and yet take my business on my phone and just go out into the world that I need to live and have my TrūAura business right with me. I
have the freedom and the flexibility to make money when I choose.
TrūAura fills that need for us to be able to work side by side and have fun, to feel confident because our skin looks so great, and to help others so their whole families their skin looks amazing. So I love the helping of the people, and I love the fact that I get to work with amazing people.
The flexibility. That's a huge benefit in this day and age. You want to have the flexibility to come and go and take care of those and take care of yourself. And that's a huge thing. And I think we need that in our society to be able to have that.
The biggest benefit is knowing that it's something that I can be very authentic about, and it fits with my lifestyle.
I love all the friends that I have all over the country. I have lifelong friends that I have I just love that. I love that I can choose and create friends all over the country.
You can really make money with this, with selling the products. You can really make money from day one. You get to just take the product and go start sharing it with others. Keep it as simple as you want to make it. I live a very busy lifestyle, and it's all on my phone, just everywhere I go. So go to bed, work on my phone, and then work on my business, selling hundreds of dollars, you know, from wherever I am.
For me, the opportunity is just simple. It's like talking to your mom across the table.
Keep it fun, keep it easy. But you got to keep talking to people, you know, communicate, and meet people where they are. So, like most of my friends and family are on the internet, Facebook in the evening, you know, late evening after you put the kids to bed, so then go to work then.
If I didn't believe in the opportunity, I couldn't share it, and I fully share this opportunity. Whether you are a customer, whether you're a client, whether you want it to change your entire life, this is the best opportunity out there in the entire world.
It's just sharing what you're passionate about.
What a wonderful opportunity to be able to hear from three of the top people in our business. And hearing the things that they talk about were some of the similar things that I had just mentioned. Flexibility, making money. I hadn't talked about making money yet. That's on the next slide. But really, what it truly is, the sisterhood, doing something together, being proud of what you do, doing it from anywhere, the flexibility, and then the product, that the product is great with noticeable results. And so it's something that you can really look at stepping into the next part of your journey with TrūAura. First, I want to tell you, how do you make money? You make money by the more you sell, the more you make. This is interesting because most traditional companies, as a salesperson, and I've led large sales teams around the world, and in a traditional sales environment, the more you sell, the lower your commission goes. Not here. The more you sell, the higher your commission goes. And at the $2,500 level, when you get to $2,500 in sales and you look at it, that's just about, it's probably close to a party or a beauty break, which is what we call a party. It's about one a week is what it ends up being. Around one to two a week will get you to that $2,500 mark. And you make 50% on all of your sales, not just that forward. You also get paid on a weekly basis, not just on a monthly basis. We have weekly needs, financial needs, and we know that you do as well. And so we pay out on a weekly basis, which is a wonderful value to have as a company. So whether the solution for you is the clean and clean, safe, and healthy products, a flexible side gig that you can kind of just do on the side and have a little bit of that side hustle income, you know, or you're trying to supplement or replace an income. We know that that's out there right now, and we want to be a soft landing place for you. You might love the technology in that you've been able to see through maybe one of your friends, some of the technology that they've been able to do on social media or through Zoom or stuff like this, that we have actually leaned more into the tech side of things here at TrūAura, and that might be exciting to you. Or, you know what? You just want to make a difference in somebody else's life, whether it's through a product or a business model, whatever it is. And that's really what flips your switch. If any of these things are true for you and you just go, yeah, I'm ready to make that next move, I'd love for you to reach out to to the person who invited you onto this call. And if you'd like to, reach out to me as well. How do you do that? Well, get out your pen, write this number down, 214-908-3221. Again, that's my personal cell phone number. You can text to that number. You can call that number. I'd love to hear from you. But their first step would be reach out to the person who invited you to this call. Tell them this crazy guy talked to you for 30 minutes, told you about why we do what we do, how we do what we do, and then what we do at TrūAura. Tell them you're ready to get started. And in fact, we have a great conference coming up. It's a perfect time to get started. That's coming up in August, and you'll be able to jump on board and be there on our virtual. It's all online, and you'll be able to join us for that. I hope you're having a great evening. Have a great holiday weekend. And thank you again for joining me tonight.